So it's 5:25, 8 p.m. Just taking a look back at this week and some quick notes, mental notes on the things I failed on, things I succeeded on. I succeeded on launching the channel, for example, and failed on documenting more things that I wanted to track. And even in my own life, I preach by certain rules and certain mindsets, and meal prep and journaling every morning, and all these rules that I tend to hold pretty strongly to. But for some reason this week I fell off about Thursday. I felt like the days were just kind of flying by, and I stopped even journaling. I took a look at my journal today. I went to write it this morning, and I missed 2 days. And what the fuck? Like, how did that happen? So just a quick note to myself that okay, I have to reintroduce the routine back into my mornings a little bit. It's like trying to run, join a race that's already mid run and halfway through the year now, and a lot of these things I've held myself accountable for, and I've not necessarily been doing a great job of that. So that's a challenge to myself that I need to improve and need to better improve my routines and accountability for myself. So that's what I'm going to be using this for, is to track those accountability measures. Like with this post today, it's a notion to myself and a call out to myself to say, okay, man, you gotta go. You gotta do this. You gotta do this. You said you were gonna do this for your family, and you said you're gonna do this for your past self and your future self. Don't let those people down. Don't let your future self down. So, today's day one of me holding myself accountable for this and sharing my journey the further we go. So, a couple things I want to state. This is more of a call out to myself, but maybe it will resonate with some of you as well. The individual actions that I want to take are, make sure I'm in health, make sure I'm eating well, make sure I'm drinking enough, have enough hydration, no alcohol, good sleep, study, learn, network with powerful and intelligent people that can help you grow. Don't limit yourself and lose yourself throughout the day. We tend to do that more often than not, and heck, I've done it for so long and keep getting caught back into it. And that's a little bit of why I'm here, for the most part, actually, is the fact that the days keep slipping by. And I tell you what, man, the 6 months went by so quick this year, and I don't think I've really been too good on myself. I haven't necessarily held myself to the standards that I've placed down over the past couple of years in particular. And that's a little bit of a letdown, but the realization comes when I'm trying to start building off of it and realize I lost some of my strength and fitness in general. It's not that I've put on a ton of weight or anything. On the contrary, I tend to lose weight when I don't work out. It's your base metabolic rate's really high or whatever. No, there's pros and cons for sure. I'm not one that puts on weight, and I tend to lose it. And I've found that it's difficult on either end. So losing weight can be difficult, and so is gaining weight. It takes a lot of energy. You got to eat a fucking ton of food, and tell you what, it's hard swinging back into it. Like I've meal prepped today. I burnt my pasta. How the fuck you burn pasta? I forgot about it. I was in a meeting and I left it on the crock pot. Like fuck. All right, didn't take note of that. But it's I'm gonna eat it anyway. It's not like it's gonna be great. 7 meals worth. I got to throw these things into my Fitness Pal, so I'm ready for the week. That's a powerful tool. I gotta set that up, and I really gotta get back into the workout routine first thing in the morning, man. It's the best way to do it, even if it's just part of the workout and splitting the rest of the workout later. I've done that before. That was very, very nice. Like if you have say a 10 workout session, you do 5 in the morning and 5 in the evening. It just makes them quicker. It's not like a solid hour and a half. It could be, sometimes a half hour, 45 minutes, depending on what the workout is. And you got to time block meticulously and what's the word I'm trying to say? Just, you know, find what works best for you. But for me, it tended to be in the middle of the morning. That's the best time for me. So I'd cut out of work and, work out in the morning and then finish the rest at home or finish the rest at the gym later on. If I couldn't do it all in the morning, depends. It really depends. Smaller muscles don't tend to take very long. So, you know, I'm going down a rabbit hole. Anyway, it's just one of the things I want to hold myself more accountable for are the workouts. I want to regain the weight that I've lost. You know, I'm down to about 155 pounds, and I want to get up to 165 again. That's where I felt best for me. So that's going to take about 3,200 calories daily intake, and then the workouts have to be consistent, progressive overload. But I don't want to push it too hard because last time when I got up to that peak, I was about 170 really peak for me, and I started hurting my shoulders and stuff because I was too fast. I went too fast. So steady, just really steady. Build all those like those little tissues and the fiber, all the tendons and everything. Just be really polite on my body, and I'm not going to go into all the scientific crap, because half you don't know what that is anyway, and I barely even know what the fuck it is. You're reading all the NASM books. I'm like, why is that necessary? Okay, yeah, you have the little interconnected muscles and all the little tendons. White tissues. A lot of my therapist calls them the white tissues that you have to like really strengthen and get the blood flow working in. So really got to hold myself to that. Really got to get on the bike more. Got to do more cardio. Get the blood flowing more, and really just start gunning to it. And this is the start of me saying like, okay, so this is the beginning, potentially the second half of my life, right? Because coming up on 36, and I'm gonna be a realist with it. And a lot of us don't live until we're 100, so 50 isn't midlife. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, let's be real. Let's start accepting the harsh realities of life, and then time to step up. So today, this is my calling. This is what I'm putting down. Appreciate all you guys that follow along, and yeah, this is for you. This is for me. Let's crush it. This is as raw as it gets, and I'll see you next week.